Hello and welcome to Rochelle, the Belgian stroke survivor. Today we will talk about ischemic stroke and everything around this illness. What is an ischemic stroke? The most common of stroke is the ischemic stroke. This happens when a blood supplying vessel is obstructed by a mass or a clot. The clog prevents the flow of blood to brain cells. As the blood carries oxygen and nutrients to the brain and takes away carbon dioxide and waste, if blocked, cells cannot make enough energy and will stop functioning. This was my second stroke. It was not as bad as the first one, is in that, yes, symptoms came back. There were words, weakness again, especially in my foot. Before because of from the first stroke, I was getting back a little movement with my foot, but this second stroke, it went back. It did undo all of the progress I had made with the first stroke. Causes. The main cause of this type of stroke is blockage because of fatty deposits that lines the vessel's walls. It is called radial cholesterol. There are two types of fatty deposits: cerebral thrombosis and cerebral embolism. The former is a blood clot that is created in the fatty plaque within the blood vessel. The latter is a blood clot that forms at another location, and usually the heart or large arteries of the upper chest and neck. So a blood clot develops and it travels. So you can be at home or work or play, being enjoying yourself, and you do not know that there's something inside of you just waiting to happen. So part of the blood clot breaks and enter the blood stream and travels through the brain blood vessels until it reaches one vessel that is too small for it to pass, and it got stuck. Some risks of this ischemic strokes are high blood pressure, prior heart attack, high cholesterol, sickle cell anemia, clotting disorders, illegal drugs, diabetes, alcohol, or smoking. And these are only a few. In side note, there are some other strokes that is called silent strokes. It is when the brain is injured and likely caused by a blood clot or clots, and you need to be careful because it's a risk factor for further strokes, and it can be a sign of continuous brain damage. So just be careful, check yourself, because this is important. Who can get it? It can affect any person, any age, including children. But this risk increases with age. The most affected ethnic group is Africans. Symptoms of ischemic stroke. There are a lot of symptoms that you must know, and they are specific for which part of your brain that is affected. The most common symptoms are vision problem, that is blindness or double vision, vertigo, drooping face, paralysis, weakness, dizziness, confusion. Treatment. Treatment early is really critical. If treat early, can make it less likely to have permanent damage. To clearly diagnose this illness, you have to have a CT scan. Also, a MRI is used to find the beginning of the stroke. Once it has been diagnosed, other tests are required to find the root cause. An ECG or EKG required to test for abnormal heart rhythms. An echo, which checks your heart for clots. Also, an angiography is used to see what arteries are blocked and how severe it is. And finally, a blood test of your cholesterol and clotting problems. The first thing in treatment is to restore breathing, also to settle down your blood pressure and check your heart rate. Then having an intravenous tissue TPA, which breaks up clots, is effective when given within 4.5 hours from the start of the stroke. Unfortunately, it cannot be administered to persons who have a history of bleeding in the brain, major surgery, brain injury, or hemorrhagic stroke. Also, clots can be removed through surgery, and it can be performed up to 24 hours after the stroke. But I did not have surgery either, so it was just medication to break down the clot. Short or permanent damage. If not properly treated, it will lead to brain damage or death. Hearing problems, paralysis, vision problems, or facial droop. All of that will be permanent. Life of survivors. As like hemorrhagic stroke, ischemic stroke is still life-threatening, and death do occur. But if you survive, rehabilitation is necessary to help regain motor skills and your speech. Younger persons start to improve quickly and mostly recover all functions. Prevention. Ways to prevent having a ischemic stroke are by taking a long-term prescribed drug like aspirin, and that's why I have to take baby aspirin every morning, or an anticoagulant. I think I say that wrong, so it's there to prevent future clots. Some doctors recommend stent, a tiny tube that they insert, and it keeps a blood passageway open and helps to lower blood pressure. Also, quitting smoking is important to a long-term recovery. I hope that you have learned a lot about ischemic strokes. Again, you can go and research more about ischemic strokes and find out to say the word better than me. Till we meet again, we'll be talking about TIAs. That's Rochelle, the Belgian stroke survivor, signing off. Bye bye.